Because the US is a permanent member of the UN Security Council, they have veto power, and they can veto any resolution they like. It doesn't matter how popular it is or how many votes it gets.
Those against? Thank you. 14 votes in favour, 1 vote against. The draft resolution has not been adopted.
The problem with this is that the UN Security Council is where everything important happens. It's the body that creates international law. Whereas the UN General Assembly, where every country gets a vote and every country gets a say, is basically just a popularity vote. And that's how the system was designed. The 5 permanent members, that is Russia, China, England, France, and the US, all get the final say on what resolutions get passed and what doesn't. And that usually extends to Israel because they're the closest ally of the US. It's completely flawed, and it gives almost complete immunity for war crimes for those 5 members, as well as the US's closest ally, Israel. Back in 2018, during Gaza's Great March for Return, the Israeli Defense Force was shooting unarmed Palestinians, including nurses and journalists. The US once again shielded Israel from any consequences.
US Ambassador Nikki Haley came here determined to thwart a resolution drafted by Kuwait that called for measures to protect the people of Gaza. When Kuwait's draft was put to a vote, it got 10 votes in favour. It only didn't pass because Haley had to use her veto.
However, this immunity does not extend to the International Criminal Court. That's why the ICC is so important. The power of the ICC and the UN Security Council can best be described by Senator Rod Grams, who was absolutely opposed to the creation of the ICC. He said back in 1998, "At present, international law regarding peace and security is largely whatever the Security Council says that it is. With the creation of the International Criminal Court, that will no longer be the case." The big criticism of the ICC so far is that it has never prosecuted anyone from the West or allied with the West, but that looks like it could be changing.